Hi guys, my name's Nav. I'm one of the team members here at sell.at.trade, and I'm going to be doing some reviews on some of the products that we're going to be selling for a company called XNÜTZ. Fairly new company to the market, only just recently come in, but they approached us and showed us their range of LED torches. If you want to call them LED torches, they're really outstanding products, to be honest. If you look at them, you think, what the heck is that? Do you know, that ain't it? That's no LED torch, but seriously, it is obviously a multifunctional device. It is an LED torch, and I'll take you through the two that we actually think are absolutely superb. Out of the range, they're giving us 7, but we've done 5 of them because compared to the 2 that we want to sell, the other 5 just aren't up to the scratch. So anyway, these are the 2 that we're going to be selling. These are the TL1s. As you can see, they look like extreme versions of torches, but they're very functional. I'll tell you right about them. So anyway, I'm going to tell you about the rejected items that we rejected. Obviously, XNÜTZ are not going to be too happy when they see this video, but we don't really care. We want to sell the good stuff. We don't want to sell stuff for no reason, etc. If we don't like them, I don't think anyone else is going to really like them. But unless you do like any of these range that we show you here, give us a message or drop us a quick comment on the YouTube channel and let us know which one you prefer. So anyway, out of this range over here, these are all obviously XNÜTZ branded products, and they're very good. They're very good, but none of them are like what this does. This is just like this is a Ferrari version of these Ford Fiestas, should I say? They're good, but I don't know, they're just too clunky. They just don't. They don't kind of. Well, they serve a purpose for someone, but I don't know. My personal favourites are obviously these 2 on the right hand side. But like I say, they have a fair range. I'm going to move these out now. Get these out. So first of all XNÜTZ items, all very good in their own way. But like I say, we rejected these purely because we don't want to sell these for them. Because we don't really know what you could use them for. Well, first of all, this one over here, it's obviously a steward light. It's like a kind of like someone like a steward at a football match or whatever, or a concert, will normally just, well, this hasn't got batteries in it. We didn't think it was worthwhile even turning this on because it's not that great, to be honest. Obviously, it's a steward light. So basically, this thing at the top actually kind of like shows a white light, and it's more of a guide. It's like, you know, something that you're in that, like, move along, that way, one of those kind of things. But I don't see anyone buying this or anyone really using this unless they're into that kind of like market or do that kind of crowd control, whatever. So we thought, all right, thanks for showing us. We'll do something with it and offer it out, see what people say. But to be honest, our opinion is that it's not really going to do too much. It's got a little dimmer control on it, but if you do like that, just give us a shout and we can provide you more information on it. Obviously, XNÜTZ being the only one, well, there's obviously this kind of stuff's already out there, but the difference with XNÜTZ is they actually come, well, all of their products come with a battery, like a 18650 battery, quite a heavy duty battery actually. 18650 battery comes with all of this kit. It's 5000 milliampere hour, obviously 3.7 volt, model number 18650. It's a proper LED torch battery. It's not one of those cheap Charlie things that you put in a vaping machine or whatever. It's none of that. It's not none of that crap. So it's all good stuff. We've tested these batteries against 6 other batteries that we have in our own warehouses. So obviously from other products and stuff that we sell, we have a few 18650 batteries, but we've tried XNÜTZ's own ones, and it came out joint second out of the actual few that we actually tried. Very good capacity, lovely build quality. It doesn't obviously warm up or overheat or anything like that, and the capacity is obviously quite large for what it is. 5000 milliampere hour is generally about a estimated about £4 battery that you're getting for free with the kit. So that's good. That's one good thing. Anyway, going back to the old XNÜTZ stuff, it comes with a charging point. So you've got a DC charger point there, but it comes with a USB. So you've got a USB kind of device to charge this up. So you don't have to take the batteries out, etc. So all you've got to do is just pop in the charger and plug it into a USB point. It's obviously a flat terminal type charger, which is good. We've got something here similar, obviously rigged up. If you see this charging point, it's actually got a little green LED inside it. So once it's obviously charging, etc., it's red, but as soon as you actually it charges up, it goes green. So it's a good indicator for whether your batteries have been charged or not, because there's obviously no other kind of battery display, etc. Obviously that will make this product massively expensive if they did add that, but no, good stuff. And obviously flat type terminal goes into any USB charger. We're using a quick charger from an Apple device. Works off everything, to be honest. And obviously it's the correct wattage or voltage to the actual battery, so it's not going to mess the batteries up or anything like that. It's the proper stuff, it's good stuff. Anyway, and that's what it comes with. Let me just quickly put this thing back on. Obviously this is a charging point. Is actually kind of dust proof, and they call it IP63, I think. This is basically splash proof, and it's not obviously fully waterproof, but it's obviously water resistant, etc. So it's got a little grommet that covers extra charging point. It's good stuff. But anyway, get rid of this because it's quite pointless. This one again made no sense to us. Never move it out of the way. It's something that, I don't know, it's a bit colourful. It's obviously a torch again. No batteries in this obviously, but it's a standard torch, doesn't extend or anything like that, but it has got a glass breaking hammer at the back of it, which is a bit of a clunky device. But the reason why I didn't like that is when you hold it, and if you ever wanted to break some glass in an emergency, if you're in some sort of accident or whatever, that's all you're going to really break a window for, obviously, is because if it's an emergency. But it's got this little clunky device. It's more of a protective kind of sheet, so it kind of like obviously you can't obviously get the sharp point obviously to scratch or foul against anything. So it's a decent design. It's obviously like a little pump action thing, but it's good. But we don't like it. It's just like any other torch out there on the market. Obviously it's got the brand name, etc., and it's got this colourful red and silver thing over here. But it's good. If you like it, ping us a message or comment on the YouTube vid, and we'll send you some more information on this. But this is an item that we're not going to sell unless we get some serious demand for it. But anyway, sack that as well. Now, out came these three. These are all the TL1, being these ones here, the TL1s, the first types, all the baby versions, or I don't know, you can call them Big Brother or whatever like that. But this one, yeah, good. Well, it extends, etc. They all, well, majority of them extend. The TL1s sure do extend. These actually do. This extends, but I don't know. This, I'm not too keen on this. It's let me move these out of the way. Oh, shit. Right, let me move these out of the way. And yeah, just talking about this. It's a good device, but I don't know. Once you see one of those, you're not really going to want these, should I say? Because obviously it's got blunt kind of little dotted things around it, if you can see that. Obviously if you want more images and stuff on this, we can give them to you, but it's good. But it hasn't got the emergency glass breaker thing there. Obviously this is the button to turn it on and off, etc. No batteries in it, mind, because we didn't want to show you that because it's pointless not selling it anyway. So that one, good, but hasn't ticked our boxes. And then we have this one over here. Doesn't extend. It's obviously got the trademark charging point. It's got the obviously the hand grip kind of thing. It's obviously quite comfortable to use. It's got a fairly poor glass little break and emergency thing at the bottom, but yeah, it's okay. It's good. It's obviously got the spikes on the end, and it's got the little claw thing at the top. And obviously, if you want to cut a grapefruit into, or put a hole in a melon or something like that, that'd be perfect for that. And it's obviously got some sort of little spiky kind of mallety thing over here, obviously to toughen up your meat or whatever like that, whatever you're going to do with this thing. Obviously not use it as a torch only, but yeah, it's good. But like I say, it's still not as good as the TL1, so we'll leave that aside. And obviously, sorry, it doesn't extend. Right, the last one, the one that we also threw out the window. Sorry, XNÜTZ, but we're going to be honest, you wanted us to review products, we thought we'll do a good job of it. Yeah, extends, etc. It's got a smaller kind of like spiky kind of like finish to the top. It's got the claw at the top also, standard XNÜTZ handle strap, and it's got the glass breaker with this whole clunky thing in it, which is, I don't know, would it work? It probably would work. It's going to probably be good for safety, etc., etc., so it doesn't scratch the table or whatever. Like, obviously this side is going to scratch the table, but that side isn't. Decent enough, but I don't know, to be honest, we all love those ones. This is good. If you want us to give you more information on this, we can obviously get hold of them directly through XNÜTZ and supply them that way, but not a problem. Something that we're not going to sell, but it's good to show you what their range is anyway. So anyway, that had a question. Those 5 are dead to us. I'm going to talk to you about these. Obviously, the same product, 2 different colours. Gold, black. Both very popular. We've had loads of interest in these. What can I tell you about them? So first of all, let's just obviously, I'll just show you the one, because it's the exact same thing. So when you buy this kit, obviously comes with the torch, extendable, etc. Decent hammer, very good hammer. Actually, we have tested that, and we're actually quite happy with that. It does the job, it does what it needs to do. It comes with a charging point again as normal. Same old lead, plug it in, charges the battery. Battery comes installed, pre-installed. All you've got to do is pop it out and remove the little plastic kind of like capping that they have at the back of this. So once you put that in, I don't think this one's got a battery in it, but let me show you. Anyway, it comes in a box. All of that comes all in one kit. Very good. So the strap, the lead, and the battery. Like I say, these batteries from XNÜTZ are very, very good. White box, obviously, they didn't want to obviously kill the costs in terms of labelling it up, etc. Because once you have this out, you're going to chuck this away. So it's pointless spending dough on this to make it look pretty and having labels and all the other whatever. It's just a box. Well, that's what it's going to get shipped in or posted out to. Anyway, as soon as you get it, chuck it in a bin. But this is what you get, and what you do is the battery normally comes pre-fitted. When it comes pre-fitted, it's actually in the right way up, but it has this little white kind of like cap on this side. So you're going to have to open this up for the first time anyway, just to remove the little white cap that kills the actual connection, so the battery doesn't go flat. All the batteries do come semi-charged, but you're going to have to charge them properly. So once you obviously take the little white thing, a white little cap out, tighten it up, you're never going to have to open this again, obviously, unless you want to start switching batteries, etc. But these batteries are good capacity. Charge it up. I'll show you right now. Actually, I'll do a little demo of this charger. We've got one actually open, so just move this out of the way. I'll try one over here. Pop it straight in. Remove the little flap. And I don't know if you could be able to see this on the actual camera. So, pardon our little our extension lead. It's obviously been through the woods, etc. It's a bit scuffed up. Should have cleaned it up beforehand. But anyway, this is a very, very unusual USB, but it's it's quite slick. It's so simple. It's obviously a USB device, but it's cool in terms of like once you plug it in. There we go. If you can see that, so once you plug it in, obviously it goes in both ways, but you only obviously connect it one way. So it goes in with a terminal spades up into the actual device, and there you go. See the little red light? It's basically saying that this battery is obviously flat and it's obviously in need of charging. So that will actually go green once it's actually charged. And there you go. You don't have to unscrew this stuff or take batteries out, all that malarkey. Once this is charged up, it's all good. So obviously, just say if it was charged like I showed you earlier in the video, once it's charged, it will go green. If you can see that, it's gone green there, but it's just obviously an example of that. How it is when it's charged, obviously it's going to show you green. So I'll move that out of the way for now. So anyway, going back to the torch. So obviously it's got this little protective cap like the others do. Obviously it's dust proof, it stops moisture and water getting through. It's obviously not water resistant, so you can't obviously go swimming with it, but it's quite good as in it protects all the inners, etc. It's got a decent handle, very good handle on this. I've got a fairly big palm, quite a big one, and it's very comfortable to hold this. This is actually one of the lightest ones out of the range that they have here. The TL-1 is the lightest one, and it's the sickest one. It's just so you look at this, you fall in love with it. Like, wow, this is amazing. Like, as in, you wouldn't think people would actually design this kind of and have much use for it, but it's such a popular item. It's light as anything, and it is very sturdy, very well made. It's got this extendable kind of telescopic kind of like thing going on here, so if you ever needed it to be extended, you could do so and lock it into any position, etc. And it doesn't affect the functionality. So you've got the on-off switch here, and you've also got the charging port at the bottom, so none of them get in the way of the actual tilt and telescopic kind of feature. It's got this really, it's quite a rough kind of spiky thing. Obviously this is a multi-purpose device. It's obviously a torch preliminary, very good torch. It's got an LED Cree circuit chip on it, so it's very, very bright. This battery is partially charged, but this room is very bright as it is. It's daylight outside, and we can see everything this is shining onto. So imagine this at night, how bright this is going to be. Imagine it on a full charge, how bright it's going to be. And also, it's zoomable, so the beam, etc., expands and closes, so it zooms in, zooms out. So it's proper stuff, very good stuff. Yeah, we absolutely love it, and I reckon you guys are going to love it also. In terms of this spiky thing over again, like I say, with the range and air kits, they all have this kind of stuff. But you see the difference, what I was talking about? The spiky stuff is a lot longer on the TL1s. Obviously the other one was a lot shorter, but if you see this and you have these two in your hand, etc., and you're at a shop and you're after this kind of gear, you're obviously going to go for that, because this is it's so much more cooler, and it's obviously lighter and a lot more functional. This is obviously quite bulky, heavy stuff. This is aeroplane aluminium grade. They call it airline grade aluminium that they use to construct this, and I believe them, because this is so light. This is so light, and obviously we're going to be selling this for about north of 20 quid, should I say. But it comes as a full kit, obviously all in this box. Everything comes in there. So you've obviously got the lead, the strap, the battery, which is in here, the 18650 5000 mAh battery, and you get the torch. So everything that you need comes all in one kit, so you don't have to buy things from elsewhere. A lot of these torches, generally online, etc., they don't come with batteries, because I don't know why they don't come with batteries, but these suppliers here at XNÜTZ send you the whole kit, which is a proper bonus, because that battery is worth about 4 quid plus. This over here, at the moment, we've done our research on this, right? So there's not a lot of people selling things like this. Obviously, there are a few inferior products out there that we've seen and we've actually bought to test against this, because that's the whole thing. We sell stuff that we test, and we sell stuff that we vouch for. And compared to its rivals, this is probably the best one that we've actually seen, because first of all, it comes with a battery, should I say, and it comes with a charging lead. USB is the main thing. It's a USB charger. USB sockets are everywhere, so you can charge this thing wherever you want, car, home, whatever, off a portable charger unit, whatever, you name it. As in, the charging cable's there. Nothing's bulky. You haven't got this big kind of battery charging device that you got to plug in through your 3-pin socket in the UK, or obviously the Chinese examples, they come with a weird 2-pin thing. Then you're gonna have to buy a plug converter, etc. Nah, this is simple as it is. You can't get any better than this. As in everything, this is universal for every country, should I say? It's not, you're not kind of restricted in your trade, because it's all USB. And the main thing is the charging point. None of the others have this charging point, and all the others that we've seen and the ones that we've bought in from other sellers, eBay sellers or whatever, they're terrible examples. Because the thing is, all you got to do every time it goes flat, you've got to open this thing up and charge a battery on a little docking station. It's just too much stuff there. You don't need all that stuff, especially when someone can design it all in one. So we think this is perfect. And the extendable stuff, etc., with the logo, their branding on it, pronounced XNÜTZ, obviously spelled XNU, or the German U with the 2 dots, TZ, XNÜTZ. But if we got rid of the X, you would just call it nuts, because this item is actually quite nuts. We absolutely love it, and we've obviously sold loads of these already, but we wanted to obviously do a proper review on XNÜTZ's gear and show you why we're selling this and why we're not selling the other stuff. So, sorry XNÜTZ, we have to be honest, we like this stuff, we like this the most. And obviously it does come in this lovely gold. So unless you're a bit of a playboy and you want to be a bit out there, etc., and extravagant, this is the one for you, because it's obviously colourful, it's bright, but it does the same thing. It's exactly the same product, just two different colours. We welcome every comment that you have or anything that you want to mention on the actual video or the product review video. Give us a shout, let us know what you think of these, but we're hoping that this product review gives you guys that check out our listings online through eBay, Amazon, etc. a proper idea of what you're going to be getting once you buy one of these items off us. Fantastic item. I don't know which one I want. I don't know, I like them both. I think I might buy gold and black. But anyway, like I said, my name's Nav, sell.at.trade, one of the product reviewers, one of the team members here. Love this product. If you love this product, on the actual YouTube link there's a link to the eBay sales page for this thing. Give us a shout because we've got a fair few of these and they're actually selling really quick. So good luck anyway, thank you. Any comments, etc., buzz me and I'll be sure to get back to you straight away. Cheers. Wow.